Okay, this is Kenny Wallace, a conservative activist here with Conduit News. I'm at the Arkansas State Capitol and Arkansas House Committee on Health and Public Welfare. I'm here with Luke McCoy of Family Council, and they just passed a piece of legislation. I was focused on something else, but I'll let Luke talk about it. Luke, what was the piece of legislation that was passed today?
Thanks, Kenny. Appreciate it. Thanks to all your listeners and viewers out there. It was the Medical Ethics and Diversity Act, Senate Bill 289. It was introduced by Senator Hammer last month in February, quickly made its way through the Senate, and we knew that House Public Health would be a hurdle, as it's been the last two sessions. And so we failed earlier this month, or I guess it was late last month in February on the 25th, and we were kind of forced to amend the bill to get three key legislators on board. And once we got those three legislators, we got enough votes to get it passed, which it just did today. The bill's real simple in my mind. Our Arkansas state constitution says we have a right of conscience, and no human authority can, in any case or manner whatsoever, control or interfere with the right of conscience. And so we're trying to affirm and enable that right of conscience in the healthcare industry. Many of your viewers, Kenny, will know that there are lots of controversial medical procedures going on, all some very simple things to some very weird and major things. And so we want to make sure that Arkansans have the right to refuse to participate in a healthcare procedure that violates their conscience.
Okay, I believe the pro-abortion group was one of the groups opposed to it. What's the main opposition been regarding this bill?
I've heard everything from the sky is going to fall and people are going to kill themselves. I've heard all sorts of stuff. But basically, most of the opposition is concerned that patients will be left in the dark, in the cold. Patients have no rights, things like that. And that's simply not the case. There's many other instances where medical providers can refuse certain treatments. Arkansas law currently prohibits anybody from being forced to perform or participate in an abortion. Same thing with birth control and contraceptives, and also doctors and hospitals can refuse to comply with healthcare power of attorney or a spouse or a principal, someone making decisions for a patient who may be on their deathbed. The hospital can say, we're not ready to pull the plug. We're not ready to administer that type of medication. They can actually opt out. Those are three specific areas where medical providers, that's the only three areas in state code where medical providers have the right to refuse to comply with medical treatment.
Okay. And do you anticipate any more problems with the bill making it through the House and problems with the governor at all?
I think it has a pretty easy slide to the governor's desk. I have no idea how to think right now where the governor stands on it. I cautiously assume that because of the lack of opposition today compared to when it ran 3 weeks ago or so, I believe the governor may just ignore it and let it become law on its own. But right now, I do not know that. And as soon as you know that, Kenny, please let me know, because I'd like to know.
And what other pieces of legislation is Family Council trying to get passed in this session?
Too many to list. I can name a few that I'm involved in. HB 1353 is one that passed the Senate floor yesterday, I believe, earlier this week. And it's a real simple bill that basically extends the same restrictions placed on medical marijuana's dispensaries signage, and it would be also applicable to their advertisements. Currently, medical marijuana dispensaries can use crosses, caduceus, or any other common symbol of the practice of medicine or healthcare in their advertisements, but they can't do it according to state law right now on their signage on site. And so this law just makes the same restrictions on their signage apply to their advertisements. We're also involved in trying to codify some things that the governor has done to prohibit abortion providers from getting grants and certain funding. We're trying to ban any transactions whatsoever within reason that abortion providers have with cities and counties. That bill ran in House Public Health, I believe, earlier this week. Representative Harlan Bro. We've got a pro-life city resolution bill that basically affirms a city or other municipalities' right to name themselves as a pro-life city, much like Springdale, Arkansas did a couple of years ago. We want to help cities do it the right way so they don't get sued and are forced via an injunction or a court order to take down their pro-life city status and things like that. We
Exactly.
want them to do it consistent with state law and things like that, not just to make it inconvenient and easily strikeable from the courts. An abortion cleanup bill just passed House Public Health as well. Representative Sonia Walker ran that bill. That's a good bill. So we've got a slate of pro-life bills. We have some homeschool bills. They've actually encountered some difficulty in House education, I believe. We've got some other bills regarding all the issues that we concentrate on. We're fighting some of the alcohol expansion bills. That's really difficult to do. There's several of them. But we're here. We're the kind of home team when it comes to social conservative issues at the Capitol. We appreciate everyone who can follow us on Facebook and connect with us. We'd really appreciate it.
All right, Luke, I think that's about it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.